Alright, you guys, it's Anthony, Shining Light Fishing, and earlier today we went up French Broad and caught us some good bait, real good bait, skipjack, white bass, big old crappie, yellow bass. Had a real good time, and we've got the Skinny Mini. This is our first catfish trip. Grizzly Tracker 1648 Bass Pro model, and we're gonna start doing a lot more skinny water fishing. We like it, we miss it. Ain't had, you know, my little, I've had 12 foot, 14 foot, 16 foot. I've had all kinds of boats, a lot of boats, and there's a lot of places that I can't get to in my Targa and my pontoons. So we're gonna do, I thought about getting into kayak fishing. I realized I was too big for a kayak. This is my kayak. So we're gonna get some bait in the water, gotta get some cut up, gotta get some weights put on, get them casted out, try to get something in here in the next little bit. And got several good spots we want to try to hit tonight, so y'all stick around. You never know what's gonna happen, but we've got high hopes. It's Anthony once again. Appreciate you guys for watching. Let's see what happens. Alright, y'all, we got some bait cut up, and we're gonna cast them out as we bait them up. Gotta put our sinkers on, put our bait on. This is a belly flap off a skipjack. A lot of people cut these belly flaps out, the gizzards and different things, throw them away, but I've been catching a lot of fish on them, so I'm gonna use it. So here goes. Belly flap from a skipjack. There's one. This next one gonna be our big head bait. These was some big skipjack. And this head bait's giant, and I got a double float on here, so it should hold it up pretty good. Got a big hook, and we're fixing to see if something won't see it. That didn't work too good. I'll have to try it again. Alright, see what we can do. That's better. Next bait is just a smaller size skipjack chunk. I mean, it ain't tiny, it ain't real big, just a decent little old bite-sized bait. No float on this one. See what happens. Always get them scales. That nearly on the far bank. See what's over there. These next two, we've got a yellow bass head. Put us on a yellow bass head. kind of break it up a little. We're gonna try to send it way out yonder too. Nope, there's the head. All right, y'all, here it goes. Got a big old limb sticking up right here where I'm rearing back the throws, making it a little aggravating. Something just happened on that pole there. I don't know what. I tore the clicker up on this, and so there ain't no clicker. All right, we got a skipjack chunk and a yellow bass chunk. That's what we got left. I got that camera up a little higher than normal, so I don't know what the sound's like. I've got some microphone, wireless mic. I need to learn how to use it. I bought it and never have fooled with it. A decent amount of flow if you get it far enough out there. We got one more to go. This last piece of big skipjack chunk. Can't tell if them are crossed up or not. These shorter ones, they're not washing at all, but them long ones are washing pretty good. Skipjack chunk. Have we caught any fish yet? It's right now dark, and it looked like, and it probably didn't, don't feel like it now, but it seemed like I seen a double splash out there. It's a little too far apart, and I was scared I throwed my bait off. But I didn't. But I have a hard time fishing without bait. They're all in. They may be crossed up, but they're all in. All right, y'all. Keep an eye on them and see what happens. I believe he's on there. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you fishing?
Yeah, I just hooked one.
Where you fishing?
I'm down here on the French Broad in Tennessee.
In the river?
Yeah.
We just got off the water ourselves, man. These boys been down here deep sea fishing.
Okay.
We caught a cooler full, but we'll just have to check them, see how they taste. I don't know one from other.
Right.
Did you get that boat?
Yeah, I'm in it. I got another fish on. I got double. Oh, this second one's a big one.
Go ahead and get them caught. Call me back.
All right, I'll call you back.
Uh,
All right, y'all. We got fish on. We doubled up. I thought he was a big one. We'll see. We'll see. He's headed places anyway. Oh yeah. Nice fish. These wasn't throwed out in real deep. It's kind of down on the side here. Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy. Son. And you know I'm real good about leaving the net at home. That is a thing. I ain't got everything in this boat yet. Why? You look what a fish. Hey, that's on that belly flap. Let's see if I can get my hands on it. We'll get that other one up here and see what it is. 100-pound leader. So the net and brand new Mad Cat scale is in the other boat. Sides though. This thing ain't got very high sides. I reach down there and get one. Oh, there he is. We'll get you. Let you see him. Oh yeah. Get this light off. Shoot, yeah, man. Would you look? Yeah, buddy. Can you see me down here? I've got you way up high. I don't know how it's gonna work yet. We'll get this one back, and we'll get that other one in. There you go. Let's see what. I don't know where he's went. Well. Alright. We may have to bring him around this other side. Here it comes. He ain't there as big, but he ain't bad. Alright, y'all. Well, he come loose. It's about a 5-6 pound channel. And that other there was, I don't know, blue, somewhere in the 20s. And I may have to lower that camera down a little bit. Son, you way up there. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I'll have to check it in a minute. Let's get this one back in the water. There it is. Skipjack belly flap. Getting her done. Yep, buddy. All right, here we go. There he is. I don't remember I don't remember what was on that other one. Do you? I'm gonna put a, yeah I do. Same thing I'm putting on it. Just a good bite-sized piece of skipjack. We'll get it back out there. Ah. We need one to come along and eat this big head. Alright, y'all. Here they are. I'll check this footage and see if y'all can see from way up there high as you are. You're a long way up. There you go. They're getting a little more serious now. Alright. We hooked up. Come on, big boy. Ooh, doggy. Hey, this is my first trip in the new boat. So we got a blue, we got a channel, we need a flathead. Alright, y'all. Huh. He just found him something to dig into. Alright, let's get him up. Alright. He ain't even big. Alright, y'all, we got him. Woo. We gotta get used to this little boat. We don't know where nothing's at. Be all right. That's number 3. First spot of the night. Not bad. See if we can get another. Still yet, that was the belly flap. It's gone now. Beautiful fish. It's a stretch of river up here that don't really get catfished that much, but there's plenty in it. So, all right, y'all, let's get us some bait cut and get our sinkers picked up. Get that back in the water. All right, we was checking the water release schedule for the Douglas Dam. That's the dam above here. See what they're gonna run. I have to get back to that. I gotta get bait in the water. I can't stand here and not be fishing. All right, y'all, I think we're gonna reel them up. And move on. There's a lot more spots than I can get fished tonight, so I ain't gonna sit still too long unless I just get lazy, and that's possible. But we're gonna get these up and move on down the river. We still about We're probably 8 miles, I don't know, 8 miles up, I think. Close to 8 miles up from where the truck is. There's a lot of fishing holes between here and there, so let's get these in and we'll get back to you. Alright, y'all, we've got anchored up. We're fixing to get our lines back in the water. For the area we're in, this is a deep hole. We're sitting right at the head of it. We're going to be throwing into 17 foot of water. I mean, just above us is only about 7. So this is a deep hole, and we're throwing into the hole, in toward the bank. We still got good flow right now. So got our bait on from last hole. We didn't move real far. And so we're going to get some in the water and see if we can get 1 or 2 out of this spot, and then we'll move on. We don't have a fish finder, a graph, or whatever you want to call it, in the boat yet. So we're fishing off of Navionics charts on our phone, and a great deal just off of memory of the river. So this is very early, but these fish should start coming up in here. We're still throwing the same stuff. Yellow bass, skipjack. We're not gonna sit here long. We'll just keep bumping along. We got some really good spots ahead of us. That's old big skipper head going to the bottom. Yeah, man, right in the hole, I mean. Long chisel. They all kind of washing down into the same spot. All right, y'all. See what happens. Never know. All right, y'all. So far, we hadn't had a bite, and we're a little over 9 minutes in. We got 9 minutes and 8 seconds left, and we'll be moving on. This rod here, it may have some sort of little bite. I don't know, we'll see. There's some grass on the line, and it kind of bouncing a little bit like something popped on it. Oh, there's one. There's one. Oh, yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. Hey, buddy. All right, y'all. Fish on. Fish on. That's what we like to see. Let me get this stuff out of my pocket before I drop it in the water. Alright. I don't think he's very big, but we got him coming in. He hit pretty good, but he got littler ever since. Alright, y'all, let me make sure this thing. Yeah. We're on. There we go. Well, another good looking blue. Yeah, boy. They got some spunk to them. That's a good 15 pound. Let's see if we can get him. I'd say it's a female, little bitty mouth. Get her to be still. There we go. All right, y'all. There she is. I ain't blinding yet. I think that's fish 4 altogether, counting that small channel that I dropped in right at the boat. And I'm hoping to get a really big one. We're looking for a flathead tonight. We may or may not get one. We still may move on our timer. We'll just see what happens between here and there. We might extend it just a little, being as we got this, but probably not. All right. Well, can't win them all. We're fixing to reel them up and get on down the river anyway. Yep, there's our timer. As we caught a fish and had a bite, we'll give it 1 minute. Added 1 minute. Alright, y'all, we're gonna reel them up and move on. We got one fish, missed one fish, and that's all right, but we got plenty of spots, so we're gonna move right on. Got good bait, plenty of spots, and it's warm tonight, so let's move on. All right, y'all, it's one of our best spots. We're fixing to get bait in the water. I'd like to say I expect a whole lot out of this spot, but I'm scared to because I'm afraid we won't get nothing. But I'm looking for a good one right here. And we'll freshen a couple up and leave the rest alone. Get that big head back out there. Set this back here out of the way. All right, we're gonna put this head in first. You keep an eye on this one. On the bottom. All right, we're gonna get the rest of them in and we'll get back to you. All right, we got them all in. We'll give this spot a little bit longer than the other ones. At least 45 minutes or an hour. See if we can't get a big one to come through. So y'all just kick back and relax. I believe we got a bite on that middle rod on the left side. Yep, believe he's got it. Oh, all right, y'all, we're hooked up. Been a little slow. It's been, I don't know, we've probably been sitting here 30 minutes. And this is the first bite we've had, so I'm not sure how well this spot's gonna work out. But maybe something's fixing to start happening. Oh yeah, we got it. Pretty fish. Whoa, don't sling my bait off. Come in here. All right, y'all. Skipjack chunk. And we still got it. So, hoping this is a sign they're fixing to do something. I don't know. There he is. decent little fish. Get him back. We'll give it a little more time here before we throw in the towel. See if we can't. I'd like to see a big one come out of here. I know there's some big ones in here. Like I say, we've said at least 30 minutes before we ever even seen a pole move, so I don't know. All right, it's on the bottom. All right, let's kick back, see what happens. All right, you guys, this spot here is just not panning out, so we're gonna reel them up and go try another one. And it's starting to get a little cool out here. I had high hopes for this spot, but it just ain't happening. So let's get them in, and we'll go get set back up. We'll get back to you when we get to our next spot. All right, y'all, we got them all back in the water. I think this is 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th spot, and we did catch fish in all the other 3. We just ain't got the one we're after yet, so y'all just kick back and relax. We're gonna stick around a little while and see what happens. Still got plenty of good fresh bait. We ain't got no flow, no current, so I don't know. Once it died off, seemed like the bite died off, but that's the way it goes. But now I've caught some good fish even with no flow, so we're gonna hang in there and see what we can do. All right, y'all. We've got one on. I was laid down in the floor asleep. It woke me up peeling drag, and it's a good fish. I ain't seen it yet. I sure would like to see it though. Oh. Yeah. He's staying down. Come on, big dog. Oh. Oh. I don't want him to pull loose. He's pulling hard. Come on now. Oh yeah. Well, I gotta look at him, but I still don't know what it was. Wow. Hard to believe. Woo. Yeah, man. It'd do me well to start carrying a net. Ah. Phew. Get him wore down just a little bit. See if I can get my hand in his mouth. Come on now. You talk about I mean, blind, both eyes are dead, looking ugly, ugly. There he is. Woo, big dog. I'm talking about stout, big, and ugly. Yeah. We're gonna get him back in the water. We can lay back down. All right. Old fin about wore off. So here it goes. Woo. All right, y'all. Stagger around here without fall in. Let's get us some more bait on. See if we can get another. I sure wish I'd had the camera on. I heard that drag just a stripping. Jumped up and grabbed it and thought the camera was on the whole time, but I cut it off when I went to sleep because I didn't have no idea whether we'd even catch another tonight. So, all right, get some bait on, get laid back down here and see if we can catch us a little more sleep. As a dandy.